So I want to show the NX setup for reverse thrust. I already did a video or several on the IX, and I use the IX primarily myself, but I have this NX because a lot of people wanted to know how to do it, and you need a backup radio anyway. I do have a, I still have a 12 as a backup, IX 12, but you know, I don't keep that even in my case. I keep the NX in there just for emergency, and then I use that one for like work and flight simulator stuff. So anywho, let me get to it. If you got an avion ESC, and usually you'll have some kind of Spektrum device to interface with. You don't need the to have everything all matched up with the smart battery and this and that just to use the reverse thrust. You could have a dumb battery. But if you do it with certain RXs, it's going to be a little hassle because I think the newer ones come with a cable like FMS and everybody else does that you could assign to a channel. But if you do it with Spektrum stuff, you don't need an extra channel, especially because you got this avion. This plugs in with one plug on your first port of your receiver. And this allows you to use a channel for reverse thrust, which is so cool because you have an NX6, let's say, or an NX6, and you got 4 channels for your flight, and then you got gear and flaps. Now you got all 6, so you think you're maxed out. But if you go with Spektrum, you have 2 free channels, one for safe, one for reverse thrust, all in an NX6. So I think that's an awesome setup because everybody else, you have to use a channel, which means you got to go up to an 8-channel receiver just to do it with anybody else's regular ESCs with a little plug-in cable, which, you know, that's a fine cross between, but I think Spektrum has it locked down. So let me get to the actual setup of this NX10 with reverse thrust. NX10 radio. I'm on a model. I'm going to press these 2 buttons together. Brings me down to models. I'm going to go to add new model. I'm going to go to create because it's an aircraft already. It's thinking. All right, I'm going to go to model name. I'm going to call this, I'm going to get in there. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to hit this function button and I'm going to go down. I'm going to go over to the end, hit the function, push right on the scroll wheel until I get to that. Oh, I'm not at the end, so what I want to do here, I hate the NX because of this. I'm going to get the cursor all the way over to the end, past all movement, so then I'm going to hit the function button. I'm going to go up 1. Delete everything. I don't want any of that in there. So then from here, I'm free to go back to my, and I don't want everything caps letters. I hate that. All right, so then go to TE. Hit the function, back. All right. And it's disgusting that it just takes so long when you type it on. And people want to know why I like the IX so much. There's like 15, 20 reasons. Shoot. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank here. I'm trying to find this T. I'm gonna hit function. All right. Painfully enough, I'm done with that. So now I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna hit this back button. Back. I'm finished naming it. Model type. That should be already done. Yep. Good. Yes, that's fine. You can reset it because we haven't done anything. Model name, aircraft type, normal wing, normal tail. Let's change this to one aileron, one flap, which is more of what I normally use. I'm gonna go to normal tail, hit next. All your gyro stuff, you could select image from there. Select image, let's say standard image. I'm gonna just change it to that for the sake of getting out of here. Throttle mode, normal. You could play with all of that. Reverse, yeah, see, You don't want to fool with that. But you could if you had reversed on an aircraft, instead of switching the two lines, which I prefer to do, you could hit that and change the throttle, but nobody does that. Anywho, from here, I think I'm done. I could go to set up a bunch of stuff, but that's not what we're here for. We're only here for reverse thrust. So I'm gonna go to main screen. From this point, I'm going to grab the battery that I just put away. I'm gonna connect the ESC to the receiver on one. Go ahead and get my test board back out. All right, I got a speed control hooked up. I got a receiver hooked up. I'm gonna go ahead and plug in this. I'm even plug in a servo because I like to just check avion. All right, so from here I'm gonna double press both of these. I'm gonna go. No, I'm not. Sorry. I'm gonna press that one more time. And then I'm going to go down to bind, which another reason why the IX is right on the front screen. I'm going to turn RF. Bind failed. Oh, I didn't have it in bind mode, so bind failed. I got it in bind mode now. All right. So I'm going to hit back. I'm going to go up to bind. I don't know why it went to trainer. It's weird. Bind. Binding. All right. All right, doing this auto configuring. All right, servo moving. All right, prop turn in the right direction, so I don't have to do reverse, but I'll probably simulate that just to show you if you do have yours reversed when you do reverse thrust. But anyway, let's do this part first. So now I'm in. Then push this to the right, your scroll wheel, monitor, flight log, min max, ESC, AS3X safe, gyro, G-force. All right, we couldn't get close. Avion Prog. So it says press aileron up and left. Now, if it doesn't work, give it a few seconds, but you need to reset your battery because I turned off safe mode, which is probably not active on this model at all yet because I just bound it. But if you had safe and you already, let's say, only do this reverse thrust after your aircraft, everything goes right and left correctly. Everything else you're satisfied with. Safe is set up, and this is not a safe video, so I'm not going to cover any safe stuff. But let's say everything you want set up on the aircraft is set up already. So then now you're here. You disconnect your battery. You reconnect your battery. You let it boot up. So now I'm going to hold this down and left, which is up, aileron, elevator. Then I'm going to go right. You see it switch. All right, so now I'm in. So type aircraft, fixed wing. We're not going to change that. But right here, brake type. It's on reverse because I just did an IX video. I don't know what it is default. It's probably brake type normal. So then you'll just push to the right. One time for proportional, one time for reverse. That's what you want, reverse. Brake force. This is going to be a personal thing. So on zero brake force, it doesn't break the prop much. So the wind will be spinning your prop as you fly. But if you apply more brake force, then it'll be, you'll hear it. Even at zero, I'll show you when I finish, it's still going to have some brake force. Like, see how easy I can spin it now? Let's see if it does it while it's not going to do it because it's got to save it. But know that it's just the amount of brake force. You can go all the way to 7 with it. I like mine at 0. I've never had any issue with that. I don't know why anybody, if anybody could explain me a good reason, please put it in the comments why you would want it to shut off the motor. It just sounds weird when you're flying by because you hear that sound, that, and then it also looks weird because your pop's not spinning while you're just, coasting by. So anyway, that's my rant on that. Cutoff type. Oh, I'm out of it. So it must have timed out or something because I'm yapping too long. Avion Prog. All right, there it is. So I scrolled the scroll wheel and I shouldn't have. So brake force 0, cutoff type, surge. SW. This isn't on all ESCs. This, I just freshly updated this ESC, and it has this. Sometimes it'll say soft and hard, and that's it. So if you only have soft and hard, obviously you probably want soft. You don't want it to be a hard cutoff unless that's how you fly. But this surge is where you get to the low voltage, and then it goes zoom, zoom, zoom. You'll hear the motor surging to let you know it's low. LiPo cells auto calculate. I'm gonna leave that. Cutoff voltage 3.2. I just set that, and it's not normally set there. I think it's set to 3.4 from the factory. I don't like 3.4. I'd rather go to 3.2 and then let the last parameter we just set up, the surge SW up above to let me know I'm low. But I baby all my stuff. I never fly to the limits, so I hardly ever. I've never really hit the low voltage thing. So anyway. BC 6 volts. And you only got 6 and 7 too. And I wish you could go lower, just in case you have an old bird. You might want to, you could adjust this, but 6 is the minimum. Startup time, soft. I don't know about the timing that much. It never really need to. You don't want to change your rotation. None of this stuff. Gov gain. I don't change anything else. The thing I will change is this will be normally on 7. And the way they're thinking is, if you got the top 4, your main 4 flight controls that every aircraft mostly has, and then after that you'll have channel 5, which will be gear, and then channel 6, which will be flaps. So then outside of that, the next channel is 7. So they put it on 7. I don't like that idea because I'm a safe person. So 7 is going to be safe for me by default, which means I need this to be 8. So if you do it a different way, just remember which one you do it on. It's not a big deal. Just make sure you get the other portions of everything set up, but I prefer safe to be 7, so that means I want reverse thrust to be 8. Then after that, I'm gonna get down to exit and save. So you just pretty much seen that we just had a regular ESC, didn't do anything but forward flight. And I don't really even know if I have the switch assigned. So all right, we're good. It rebooted, everything works. Let's see. My switch doesn't do anything, right? The switch that I want. So let's go back. Oh, I'm always touching the screen. And I have a buddy that's clowned me about it so much because I go between radios. All right, I'm back to the main screen. I'm going to go here. 1 over. So, gear. Let's see. All right, gear works on its switch. Aux 2. And this must be aux 3 right here. Yes, it is. So flap, everything is on here. Aux 3 is what we want. So I don't see what's doing aux 3. Nothing, right? So I'm going to go to press this. Go all the way down to the bottom. System setup. Go to here. Channel assign. I'm going to look on here what you got. Channel. All right, gear is A, like it should be. 6 is NA, aux 1, we're not gonna worry about that, but that's gonna be flaps, and then 7 will be switch B, what it is, and then this is set channel 8. What I want is set to aux on the knob. So I mean, if you wanted that, let's see, that might be cool for you. Well, I'm gonna have to back out because we lost RF, but let's see what that looks like. Some people might like it on this little knobby thing, right? So let's see. I'm spinning my motor. All right, so if that's what you like, cool. You're already set up because that's kind of how they default it. I'm not too cool with that, so I'm gonna hit this. I'm gonna scroll down. System setup, over. Go down to channel assign. I'm going to go to channel 8. I'm going to click this. It went to G. I'm gonna press this scroll wheel to lock it in. And I'm gonna hit back, back, back. So now I'm flying. So now things are out of whack from what I like. I like this to be forward for forward flight. So everything up for me for normal flight. And that's like, this means that my bird is on safe mode. This means that my retracts are on the ground. So when I'm going to take off, flaps are up. Everything rate is on high. Everything forward means I'm in safe, ready to take off. I pull my radio out the box and I just make sure everything is up and I'm ready to go. Not worrying about thinking about what switches are. As long as they're all up on 0 position, I'm good. So having said that, right now in my 0 position, the bird will be flying backwards. I don't want that. So what I'm going to do is go in, go to system. I'm going to go do channel assign. Nope, I'm sorry. Back. Hit this one time. Servo setup. I'm going to go down to travel. Change this to reverse. I'm going to go to my switch. Right there. Aux 3. Back, back, back. So now it should be with the forward position. And it is. It's blowing air behind the aircraft, and it's doing exactly what I need to do. So that's it. You're set. You can fly. Reverse thrust is set up, and I found that when you're landing with reverse thrust, I like to set up a switch that is like the, oh man, I'm panicking, and I can just flip this to the 3rd position, and it does a set amount of reverse. So if I come down like with a prop, tail dragger, warbird, which is my thing, or a jet I can do 100%, no problem. Just put it on 100%, hit it, it's just gonna make all kinds of noise and slow that jet down. With a prop though, on a tail dragger, the wheels are kind of wobbly, it's high, it makes it squat down and all that with 100%. So what I found is I just walk it down. Sometimes it might be 0, sometimes it might be 20 or -20, according to where it is when you reverse it. You kind of set that to do it. So then you hit your switch all the way up and you don't have to be thinking about where your throttle is. On the flip side, if you I'm new, so I'm practicing, learning different things, trying different stuff. You coming in, you got a nice slow amount just to get that bird on the ground softly, you know what I'm saying? You feathering it. And then when you hit the ground, you still got a little power on, and then you hit the reverse thrust. So it's going to switch and go to the other direction without being terribly disruptive, and slow the bird down at a decent rate. And then you still had the throttle at the normal pace where you had it anyway, so you really don't have to think about throttling up, you know what I'm saying? Because if you actually think about throttling up while you're landing, it's kind of a counterintuitive thought. So to fight that, you know what I'm saying, you just kind of leave in, you come in, then you just hit your switch, bloop, and now it's slowing your bird down, then you just hit the throttle down, bloop, you're done. So that's a long video on just that, but I kind of covered everything I need to cover, I think. And feel free to scroll through stuff. Don't look at the whole video if you don't want all the details and all the just opinions. Just scroll through the nuts and bolts of what you need and keep it moving. All right, it's Pooley. Thank you.